Steve Kerr is the bad parent with the bad, terrible 2-year-old that's at someone's house tearing it up all over the place, drawing on the wall with crayons, crying, falling out when they, all it, and that parent just sit back and trying to explain it by saying, he just cranky, he's tired. No, baby, that baby is bad, and that baby needs a spanking. That's what that is. That's what Steve Kerr and Draymond relationship is like. Draymond acts out, do all this terrible 2-year-old stuff, and then Steve Kerr come in the press conferences and is like, like when the guy asked him, "Look, man, is all the negative outweighing the positive of Draymond?" He paused and was like, shoot, he didn't tell me he was gonna ask me that. And then he was like, he didn't say yes or no. He said, Draymond still is a great player. We need him on the floor. What the hell? How you even respond to that? Is the negative outweighing the positive? Is the bad outweighing the good? Yes or no? Draymond is still a great player. That's the mom that's telling you that this bad kid that's tearing the leather off your sofa is just sleepy. He don't normally act like this. He's just tired. He gets cranky when he's sleepy. Nah, man, let me whoop this kid. And then when it's really time to whoop him, Steve Kerr can't whoop him. Because what the Warriors should have done is really, like, they don't have to wait for the NBA to come and suspend Draymond. The Brooklyn Nets didn't do it. They suspended Kyrie. They didn't wait for the NBA to come suspend him. The NBA couldn't really suspend him because he didn't break any NBA rules. The NBA didn't suspend Ime Udoka. The Boston Celtics suspended him. So you, as a team, you don't have to wait for your parent to come and whoop his grandkid for you. It's your kid. Handle it. Because if you don't, then you're telling everyone around you that you're okay with that behavior. You're okay that Draymond knocked Poole out. You're okay that he ran Kevin Durant away. You're okay with all that stuff because you're not punishing him. So you're sending the message to Draymond, look, we with you, ride or die. You can do whatever you want because you won 4 rings here. We ride or die with you. I'm not going to ever throw you on the bus and say nothing bad. We're not even going to punish you. But if the NBA punish you, all right, the NBA punish you. Go ahead. NBA punish them. But they're never going to punish them. And even yet with this punishment right here, the Warriors come back and say, and what the NBA actually suspended him indefinitely, gave him a checklist to knock down, but he can still practice with the team. If you tell me that, I'm telling my agent to go to them and say, look, well, if I'm still practicing, that's work. And I'm not working for free. So you can suspend me these games, but I'm getting a game check. Like that's what I would say. Like, why would the Warriors say, yeah, you can practice with us, and you can't even be in the game plan for the foreseeable future. And imagine him getting starter reps with the first unit, but he's not going to start the next game. He's not even going to be available. So if I got 10 guys that I need to be on one accord for a game plan, how can a guy that's not playing be part of that? So if the Warriors actually let this dude come and practice with them, that's more enabling it. Like, no, suspend him for real. Let him know that you have a problem with it too. Because now what they're trying to do is kind of be in the middle, like, I mean, the NBA suspended him. We'll just wait to see what the NBA do. Y'all suspended him. Okay, cool. No, well, how do you feel? Do you think that he should be suspended? Are you going to keep him away from the team? Like, I don't understand what they're doing. Like, it's too weird. Once Kerr is gone, trade Draymond back to Detroit for Isaiah Stewart and bring back Wiseman. Yeah, for sure. But so I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it with this before I get to this Cam Newton stuff. What I think should happen now, because I told them what should have happened in the summer. They should have traded Clay and Draymond and kept Poole. But now they stuck between the rock and the hard place now. They done gave Draymond this contract. Clay wants one similar. I'm going to Steph right now, and I'm not asking for permission. I'm not asking how you feel about it. I'm telling him, I know you wanted to go out with these guys the way y'all came in, but we can't do it. Like, he's damaging the team. He damaged the team last year and split the locker room. And we thought trading Poole was going to magically make the locker room come back together. Like DiVincenzo, I can't say his name. He had a contract. He had a player option with the Warriors last year. He didn't even take it. He went to New York. He wanted out of there. He wanted out of that locker room. That tells you something. Wiggins hasn't been the same since. Looney hasn't really been the same since. GP2 hasn't been the same since. The locker room is split still because everyone's seeing how they allow Draymond to treat new guys. And if I'm a new guy, how am I different? This dude was averaging more points than Clay and Draymond put together, and he's a new guy, and y'all just gave him a contract to commit to him, so you actually think fondly of him, and y'all allow Draymond to do him like that. What the hell y'all gonna allow him to do to me if I'm one of these young guys that's new? If I'm Kuminga even wanted to get out. His agent even asked out last year. If y'all not gonna use me this year, trade me. I mean, we got Shaedon Sharpe in Portland getting more minutes than Kuminga now and actually showing what he can do. They're almost the same type of player, except Shaedon Sharpe shoots it better. But Kuminga and Shaedon Sharpe is the same guy, minus the shooting. And we go get to see Shaedon Sharpe reach his peak level before we see Kuminga, because Kuminga's not getting the minutes. It's the same thing that was happening to Tracy McGrady with the Raptors. They wasn't giving him the minutes, even though he was playing with Vince. It was all about Vince then, and they had some vets out there too. T-Mac wouldn't get, like, we didn't know how good T-Mac was. Well, some people didn't know how good he was. I did. He went to Orlando, whole new thing. Sometimes people need to actually get thrown out there and actually do their thing. We know the ceiling for Draymond. Can we see the ceiling from these new guys that Bob Myers brought in? So I'm telling Steph Curry, we got to move on. Like, he split the locker room. The locker room has never came back together. We went and told Joe Lacob last year, as soon as they got kicked out of the playoffs, Steve Kerr, the first thing he was saying on the podium is, we are not a championship team without Draymond. He was already lobbying for Draymond to get his new contract. He went to back him. How does that feel to Jordan Poole or Andrew Wiggins? Andrew Wiggins supposed to be replacing Draymond. Jordan Poole's supposed to be replacing Clay. And you telling me the guy that the team that I came out here and played my best basketball for, I sacrificed the most I've ever sacrificed. You know, I've been the best player on every team I've been on. Even the team he was on in college with Joel Embiid, Wiggins was the best player. He was the best player on every team he has been on. He comes to the Golden State Warriors and plays a role just like Iguodala did. And I got to come out here and hear somebody say, the guy that I outplayed, we can't live without. And I'm like, man, why would I run through a wall for y'all again? And that's what you're saying with Wiggins. He don't want to run through a wall for them no more because the appreciation is not there. They only appreciate those three dudes. Listen to how they talk. Listen to how many times they say core three, championship core, the vets, and it's like they're talking about two different teams. And that's fine and dandy if the guy that you're talking about is Jordan and Pippen, because Jordan Pippen is outplaying everybody, and they're running through a wall on defense. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's cool if it's that, but if I'm outplaying this guy and you're telling me he needs to get this huge contract and we can't live without him, I mean, I'm very confused. And if he's knocking people out and not getting punished for it, and he keeps doing it, and he keeps kicking himself in the, in the foot by doing stupid stuff on the court and getting suspended for games, like how is that $100 million man that you invested in, that you keep coming in and coming to bat for and enabling? So I'm telling Steph, the locker room was split. We can't get it back together. We got rid of the wrong guy. As long as Draymond and Clay is here, you're never going to have a whole team or a whole locker room. Never. So what I'm saying is, Steph, you're the only person that we really can't lose. You're the franchise. Right? You're the franchise. So I just need to know, once I get rid of Draymond and Clay, I need to know with your true feelings and how you gonna be committed to what we bring back. Do you want to stay X, Y, and Z? Because I'm not about to pay $1 billion in luxury tax so y'all can be a play-in team and get put out in the first round by Denver. That's not what I'm about to do as a team owner, right? We got rid of Bob Myers and Jordan Poole behind this Draymond Green punch that split this locker room up. So I'm saying, how you gonna feel about that when I find a trade partner for him, and we might not get a lot back for him? And I'm also telling Steve Kerr, Steve, I know you said you can't win without Draymond. I'm trading him. So I need to know, are you a coach that can actually put a team, if I put a team around Steph Curry that can come out here and compete on both ends of the floor for you, are you telling me that you can't coach a competitive team that's built around Steph because you don't have Draymond? And if the answer is yes, then that means you got to go with him. So I'm making massive changes if I'm the owner. I'm bypassing the GM because Dunleavy was just bought in to do something that Bob Myers wasn't willing to do. And I didn't know what that was at the time when I first did my first video on this. I said the reason why Bob Myers resigned is because one or two things. Either one, I knew it was a disagreement between him and Steve Kerr, or him and the owner, or both. Maybe Steve Kerr and the owner was on one side and Bob Myers was on the other side. So I didn't know what that was at the time. I said it's either Bob Myers is being told that they're moving on from Draymond and Clay, and Bob Myers, as a GM that's been there from the beginning with them, don't have the heart to trade them or cut them, or Bob Myers absolutely has the heart and the cojones, which I found out it would to be the truth, that he want to trade Draymond and Clay, but Steve Kerr and Joe Lacob won't let him. So he resigned. If you're not gonna let me actually be the GM, then there ain't no point in me being here. He resigned. And that bull crap excuse that he gave that he need time more at home is false, because as soon as he resigned, he got a job working for ESPN, and he back at work like he was as a GM. Right. So I knew it wasn't because he needed time off. He resigned because he wanted to get rid of Draymond and Clay, and they wouldn't let him. And that's the reason why Steve Kerr went straight to the podium after they got put out of the playoffs and was like, all right, well, it's the offseason now, and we need Draymond, because he was saying that publicly to let them know, I'm sticking by my guy Draymond, and I'm gonna go make sure he get his contract. So Bob Myers resigned. They put Dunleavy in there and was like, hey, I need you to re-sign Draymond. That's what we want to do. Do you agree? Yep, I do. Whatever. Thanks for the job, Joe Lacob. I do whatever you want me to do. And he's a yes man. So right now, Joe Lacob has been convinced by Steve Kerr, Draymond Green, Steph, and Clay that the future is the same thing as the past. He's saying, look, man, I know we old and washed up, but we're your future. Not these young guys you brought in. We're the future. Give us the money, and we go show you that nobody can win a championship without us. Right? It's been almost 80 years of basketball in the NBA, and I don't think Draymond was with all of them championship teams. So you can't possibly tell me with a straight face, man, we can't win without Draymond. Nigga, why not? Everybody else doing it. Why is Golden State the only team that need Draymond to win a championship? Everybody else winning the championship. You telling me you can't? You telling me Denver can build around Jokic without Draymond? Toronto can build and just add Kawhi and win it all. LeBron can. I mean, like seriously, like somebody got to make me help me understand what it means when you say we're not a championship team without Draymond. Well, make yourself a championship team without him, because he's got to go. That's my thoughts on that, man. That's it, man. I just don't get it, man. But